Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to some pretty major news. This happening after Raw went off the air last night. Obviously, always exciting when something happens after Raw has finished. But of course, Edge was in the main event, taking on Damian Priest. He would be victorious, but it meant that he was still in the ring when Raw came to a close. So he got a microphone and he addressed the fans. We were in Canada, and of course, Edge is Canadian, and he had something pretty epic to say. I've got a transcript here of what he says, or certainly the clip that's doing the rounds on social media. He said that he started wrestling 30 years ago, said it was July 1st that he has his first match, and he knew that one day he would climb that mountain and he would be stood in that ring in front of those people. What he didn't know, though, was that he'd be forced to retire for 9 months and have to work so hard to get back and get that moment back. But he says to the fans, it's you guys that drove me on and inspired me to do that. He said that, it was great going toe-to-toe with, a real great talent like Damian Priest during Raw, and he hopes for many other encounters against like many of the other great superstars. But he says that he wants to come back one last time to Toronto. He said they're normally in the area around August, so he's looking at next August. But he says that we could all say goodbye together. This is the perfect place for that, says Edge. So very much saying that this is where he's going to retire. This is where he's going to walk away. So Edge seemingly coming out saying that he's got about 1 year left in WWE. Kind of catching everyone a bit off guard with his comments. I don't think people were quite expecting that. He says that he loves all the fans. He loves being Canadian. And then the clip ends with a "Go Leaves Go" chant that he gets going, of course, in reference to the local sports team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. But yeah, that is big news. Big news. It's funny because it's something that's come up in conversation a few times during our watch-alongs. And to be honest, I suppose I should have seen it coming that, he's just come back from 9 years away. He's already done over 2 years of being back. We know that he's still struggling with little niggles and injuries. He's just spent a long time away and he's had to come back. And so, he has got limited time. I mean, he can't keep wrestling forever. And I would imagine it's probably starting to catch up with him. He's starting to feel it. Probably doesn't feel the same as it used to. It's probably harder. Everything's just harder. Everything gets harder as you're getting older. Just the road gets more difficult and working the matches gets more difficult. And he's probably just feeling it and he knows. So, yeah, if he has got 12 months, I hope he has a good final run. There's obviously no guarantee that he's going to be a champion or anything along those lines. He could get a mid-card belt. He could get a tag belt. He could get a WWE championship. I really don't know. And I'm sure there's lots of fans that would like to see him earn that and achieve that before he hangs it up. But I don't know. Very, very difficult. I think I would like to see him achieve it. I definitely think this run would just be really cemented if he did get one of those major titles. He came back, he worked so hard, he's, competed in Rumbles, competed in WrestleMania main events, great feud with Seth Rollins, really enjoyable feud as well with Randy. Probably that greatest wrestling match ever was the best one they had, which was a bit cinematic, but it was still really, really good. Really good. One of the best matches in recent times, actually. So I think this run will go down as a success. Maybe a major title would just cement that. Maybe that's what's missing from this run, but looks like we've got about 12 months to work with. The one thing I would say is that if he does retire on a Raw or a SmackDown in about a year's time in Toronto, in Canada, that just feels a little bit disappointing to me. He deserves to go out at WrestleMania, which I know he can't do because I think he really wants to end it in Toronto in Canada. So it'd be great if a pay-per-view next year could be in Canada and then he could go on that show. Because if you say that this is Edge's final farewell, who's not buying tickets to that? Like, that show is going to sell out and it's going to be super popular and it's going to do great ratings. And it kind of feels like they would really benefit by it being in a pay-per-view rather than on Raw or SmackDown. Now, I don't know if they've decided where all the pay-per-views are going to come from next year. Certainly they have in regards to WrestleMania, but maybe there's some B shows that are still to be decided. So maybe the August or September pay-per-view next year could come from Canada. Don't know what it will be, but, it could come from Canada. It could be billed as Edge's final farewell. Don't know, man. Could you imagine if his last match was for the title and he wins it? And then, moments later, he forfeits the belt or something. I think that might split opinion, but equally, I really love it. Equally, I really love the idea of him desperately trying to win that title. And that's the whole reason that he came back, to show that he still got it. And then, he finally achieves it in his last match. That could be a really cool story. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This has kind of caught me by surprise. What do you think about Edge retiring in 12 months? We've got 12 more months of Edge. So, let me know your thoughts down below. Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.